Hi love bugs, we're going to continue today talking about cause and effect. Today we're going to be looking at this poster and we're going to practice identifying cause and effect in the text that we're reading. Remember to use what you've learned and you can make connections as you read to help you identify cause and effect. First, I always look at the illustration. So when I'm looking at this poster, I see a bicycle and I see a boy riding the bicycle. And then I look at the title and I see that it's called Follow the Rules. Now, we follow rules all the time, right? What are some rules that we have at school? Very good. We stay in the line quietly when we're going from our room to another room. We take turns and we share. We sit one of the 4 ways on the carpet that we learned the first week of school, right? I bet you have rules at your house too that you use to make sure everything goes nicely in your home, right? Your families probably have rules for you. Maybe it's, rules of how you keep your room or where you put your toys or when you go to bed or if you help do chores, things like that. So we all have different kind of rules. So we're going to read today to find out what rules we're talking about in today's text. Now, can you take a guess of one rule they might be talking about based on the picture that we see? Sure, maybe they're talking about safety rules because you see somebody on a bicycle. And sometimes when we ride bicycles or scooters or we use our roller skates or skateboards, we have rules to keep us safe when we're doing activities like that. So we're going to read together today, and I want you to keep your eye out for those types of signal words that help us see that maybe a cause and effect is coming. We have rules for different reasons. Some rules keep us safe. If you wear a helmet, then you will stay safe on a bicycle. Never swim alone because it is not safe. Some rules help us get along. We share so everyone has a chance to play. Why do we follow the rules? We want to stay safe and get along with others. Now that makes sense. These are things like in class, we share and we have that rule so that everyone has a chance to play and nobody feels left out, right? All the toys in our classroom are everybody's toys. What about, let's go to the bicycle. It says, if you wear a helmet, then you will stay safe on a bicycle. What's the cause here? Very good. The cause is if you wear a helmet. So I'm going to underline that in purple. And then I see a signal word. Do you see it? Yeah, we have this signal word of then. We learned this earlier in the year. So this is more of a review. If you wear a helmet, then you will stay safe on a bicycle. So the cause, wearing a helmet. The effect, you will stay safe on a bicycle. So the cause is if you wear a helmet. The effect, you will stay safe when you're riding a bicycle. Let's look at the next one. Remember, I'm going to do causes in purple. Never swim alone because it is not safe. Okay. What's the cause? Yeah, the cause, we're talking about swimming alone. And they say never swim alone, right? Why not? What's the effect? Right, we have a signal word here. Because it is not safe, ever, to swim alone. I'm an adult and I still don't go swimming alone, right? You should always have somebody nearby. Now, talking about those two things, raise your hand if you have ridden a bicycle before. Okay. Raise your hand if you wear your helmet when you go and ride your bicycle. Good job. Very good job, love bugs. And I happen to know that in Colonia, I don't know if they still do it, but I know last year, students were getting stopped by police officers in my class and getting like a little card that said like a good job thing when they were caught wearing their helmet. So at first they thought they were going to get in trouble because a police officer stopped to see them when they were riding their bike, but they were getting like a good job card for wearing their helmet, which I thought was really, really cool. How about swimming, love bugs? Raise your hand if you've gone swimming before. Okay, now it doesn't matter if you're using swimmies or no swimmies, just you've been swimming. Okay, now raise your hand if you always make sure somebody's with you when you're swimming. Right, because we don't want to be alone when we're swimming. Let's go to the next paragraph. Some rules help us get along. We share so everyone has a chance to play. What's the cause in this sentence? Yeah, sharing. The cause, I'm going to do in purple, we share. That's what we do. We do that. What effect does it have? If we share, here's our signal word. Well, we share, that's our cause, so that everyone has a chance to play. Very good, love bugs. Very good. Now, I know in class, sometimes that became a little challenge, right? So I could say to you, raise your hand if you've shared before. Good. And let's be a little honest. Raise your hand if you've had trouble sharing before. Yeah, sometimes you might have a toy and your friend wants that toy at the same exact time, and it can be a little tough, but the nice thing to do is we find a little compromise, right? So that we can both use that toy and we can both have a chance to play. So love bugs, this was a great way to practice cause and effect, talking about following the rules. As always, when you read in your Raz Kids today, or you're sitting and reading with a family member, look for some causes and effects. Think about your characters. Think about how they're feeling or acting. That's the effect. What made them feel or act that way? That's your cause, okay? And talk about those things. Tomorrow we have one more poster to look at, and then I have some questions for you to answer, okay, based on the poster. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more reading.